Hi there, Pisces. Welcome to a tarot reading that is not, um, particularly time sensitive. I mean, whenever you watch it, you watch it. It's something that I got from a site called Emerald Lotus Divination, and it's their spread, and it's called Attracting Abundance. I'm going to be doing two of these types of tarot readings. I'm intending to do them both in September, but the other one will probably be later in the month, and that will include several months. That one will be more like the nuts and bolts of the energy as I see through the cards. This one is about just bringing up the subject altogether about abundance. How do you attract it? Making it clear that abundance isn't just dollars and cents. It can be your sense of how you feel with your life in general, whether you feel that you're doing work that you enjoy, whether you feel like you are lonely, or simply that you are enjoying your solitude. It's all in the way that you look at it, after all. Some people always feel a lack in their life, and it doesn't matter what their bank account says they have in the bank. So we have to keep that in mind. And so anyway, I hope you enjoy it. And I'm just going to be looking at my iPad on the side here. Well, let me just lay out the cards first because we need to do that. Ooh, always good to get the sun card, especially as the last card. Okay, so, this is the first one. The first position, my current relationship with allowing abundance. The World card, the last card of the major arcana. I mean, if you have been going through some kind of situation currently, Pisces, where you feel like you're ending a major cycle in your life, then that could also include your career or your job. It can include your finances shifting quite a bit. You are having a lunar eclipse in your sign within the week. I'm recording this on the 2nd of September. So it's coming up in days, on the 7th or 8th, depending on where you live. So you may sense that a lot of things are about to shift, or maybe they already have. You know, the eclipses could already be in play for you. But in terms of allowing it, you may think that this is not a time for that there's a lot of flux, a lot of change, a lot of kind of disorganization in your life, and you really don't feel like you have solid ground. So that could be leading you to feel like everything is up in the air. How to get yourself in alignment with abundance. This is the Nine of Wands. This is a card of being wary, looking behind your back. For Pisces, a lot of times the way that it works against you is that you may be very generous because of your sympathies being aroused by someone who turns out to be a person that doesn't want to be, like, even in a relationship. They're just kind of trying to get what they can get. And so maybe you have become very wary of other people's motivations or motives towards you. And that, even though that may make a lot of sense, that it's leading to a vibe of distrust, which is not the best for you to feel as if you're really like just trusting the universe and everything is open to you. It's kind of like a closed off feeling. So to get into alignment, it's like combining the ability to, watch your own back and really see like the people that you're interacting with. Are they sincere, or are they out for what they can get? But by the same time, being able to have that sense of trust that ultimately everything is going to be okay, because maybe it hasn't felt okay in the past. And that's okay. The third position is, as an energy, I need to integrate to have an enlightened perspective on abundance. And what this means to me is that it's like the spiritual message of money. What is the real purpose of it? I always say that money is a means to an end. And I say that because I don't want people to take it so seriously or to give it more power than it deserves. Because some people, they hoard money thinking that somehow they're making themselves safe, even though in the short term, they're not able to, they're not like, they don't feel comfortable doing certain things, even though they could very well afford it, because maybe they have this certain dollar amount in the bank that they need to feel safe, even though that's a complete illusion. They keep upping the ante with that one. And just simply like not being able to enjoy life the way that they want to, because they're just so worried about the bank account. And um, the energy that we need to integrate has to be looked at, because that is what's going to inform your decisions. The Three of Cups is a card of celebration. So imagine if you were to, wake up in the morning and you're excited to go do what you do. I was going to say go to work, but for instance, let's say you worked for yourself, you might have a lot of leeway about that and be able to decide how you're going to, that was going to, shake out for you. But just the idea that that's something that you can do to make things happen, that's very exciting, because a lot of times people, I've read people, be disparaging about people who have YouTube channels, people like it's not real work. And then I say to them, oh, so real work is something that you dislike. It's something that doesn't feel good. This is like a slave mentality. This is kind of why people allow themselves to be controlled so much, because they naturally take on those attitudes, never even questioning them. This to me can also be about other people, maybe being in a workplace, if you're not working for yourself, but in a workplace situation where you have positive attitudes, you have a festive atmosphere. It's not like the Five of Wands where you're all like dog eat dog in that environment. Okay, the fourth position is current blessing I should be grateful for. Seven of Cups, one of the key words is like, or key phrases, is a lot of opportunities, but it doesn't mean that it's really easy for that person. They may be kind of like, okay, what should I pick? They might feel indecisive with all those possibilities. But it's always good to have a lot of options available, because the more options, the more freedom, the less a person is going to feel like if they choose something that doesn't pan out, that, oh my gosh, all hope is lost. No, they might have other options too that they can kind of jump to. Because there are no guarantees in life when you make a choice that it's going to turn out the way you hope it turns out. But the key is that you're not so down on yourself that you see it as a real setback, that you simply see it as part of the human condition, and uh, it makes it a lot easier to let go in certain cases. And there can be, with the Seven of Cups, this sense that there are some good options. And the fifth position is what I should be investing my energy into to attract abundance. And we have the Sun card. The Sun card is a card of so many good things, including success, healing, joy, abundance, creativity, children. So that's what jumped out at me first, is creativity. That for those, especially those Virgo people who consider themselves artists or creative people, have you been creative? Maybe, and just for the sake of doing it, I mean, because maybe that is the missing link between you and the kind of abundance that you're looking for, is that you kind of gave up on that playful side of yourself, trying to be a success in the world. And the end result is that you're overly serious and you're neglecting your talents. And I think it's funny that this is a card connected to Leo, because that is, well, I guess it's not that funny, because what it represents, you could say, is pretty true to Leo. So being able to legitimize joy as a worthy goal and not act like it's self-indulgent or childish to want to be happy in life and to have joy, is a great start. Okay, that's what I have for you, Pisces. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like an astrological reading, I have different types of those, or a tarot reading, please click on the link below. Take care. Bye.